Hello, this is Dr. Sonia, and welcome back to Dr. Sonia TV, which I call the Wisdom Vault. And today it's all about everything must match the brand. Oh my goodness, I hear this all the time, brand, brand, brand. But most people really don't know what a brand is because they think a brand is all about the colors and all about your logo and all of that. But what a brand really is how do you show up in the marketplace? It's how you show up. It's all about you and what you represent and who you represent. And so I'm going to break down a couple of areas about the brand. And again, everything must match the brand. A couple of areas on this with the brand is about your content. It's all about your content. And you know, a lot of brands that are out there, and you got to know you are the brand. You, as you show up in this space, are the brand, especially in this coaching industry, right? You are the brand, and your brand is all about the content. And what the content is, it is your message to the world. It is your message to the world. The content that you bring forward into this space, into this industry, is about the message that you present. And what I'm realizing out there, and as I see coaches and speakers and thought leaders out there in the space, they're not really making their brand about content. And as I said before, some of them are looking at content being my logo. It has to have this orange, and my pink has to have this fuchsia and this hue and all of that. And that's what I was taught in the industry when I first started. I just didn't know. So any brand ambassadors or brand people that are out there, I greatly appreciate the work that you do. But I want to really bring that back into the space of the people, and we as the content creator, we're the brand. And it's about the message. What does your message stand for? What is your message about? I would just take me, for instance. When I first came out into this space, the brand message was all about, at the beginning, it was about divorce coaching. That was the brand that I was creating, simply because that is the coach that I wanted to be known, or what I wanted to be known for in the coaching industry. It was the brand of Dr. Sonia, but Dr. Sonia helping women along the way, either in the midst or the life after divorce. That was my messaging then. Now, my message and the content and the brand that I've created is helping women who lack confidence and guidance in this coaching and this speaking space, giving them a game plan, a blueprint to follow to build not just a 5 or 6 figure business in a year, but actually in a month. And so the content that you're creating is around the messaging. That's a strong message. And for this content and this message, you have to be bold. Your brand should be bold. It should not look, and your message should not sound like everybody else's. So it's the message that you have. The next thing that it is the platform that you put that message on. The platform. Now let's talk about that for a minute. If you are the brand, and I'm going to say this listen to my words. You are not Honey Kisses, Chocolate Bunny, Strawberry Shortcake in this space of creating such a powerful brand. It is your name. You are the brand. And I know many are not going to agree with this, and it's okay. You want to hide behind your business. But if you start looking at people like Rolls Royce, that flashes across the screen. If you start looking at Louis Vuitton, that flashes, you know those are names of people, right? You are the brand. Your brand is associated with the message that you have and the platforms that you're on, and it's the name of which you consider and call yourself. It's about your social media platforms. What platforms are you on? Social media is absolutely free. There's no better time to create content, have a powerful brand message, and be on all platforms. Everything about your brand must match. On social media and off of social media, your brand message and all of that. So the platforms, your Facebook, your YouTube, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, all the other platforms that are out there. There's so many, and they keep creating them. So by the time you watch this video, they probably created 3 more. But just know your name, your message, and your platform that you're creating them on should be the same. It's your content. And next, let's be honest. Everything about your brand should match to include your coaching. Now, let me talk about this one just for a moment. And I'm going to break this down into two parts in the coaching industry. In the coaching space, I believe that there are mediocre many and there is extraordinary few. If you follow me more than 5 minutes, you're going to hear me talk about this. You want to know why? Because a coach is a coach is a coach. Except for the coach that understands that they are the brand, except for the coach that understands their brand message has to be bold and powerful, except for the coach that really wants to be on all platforms and everywhere you look, you find them. The brand that you're creating is based on your brand message, is based on the things and the content that you're going to share, but most importantly is the coaching space. Mediocre many are just out there putting content. Nothing matches. I'm not talking about colors, but I am talking about they have one message over here that they're helping career people do this. And they have another message over here on LinkedIn where they're doing helping parents win. And then you go on another platform and they're over here speaking on stages and they're teaching this. That's too much. You're being known as the coach that does many things, which tells me that you really haven't solidified who you are as a brand. It should be one message on multiple platforms to make millions. And as you look at the mediocre many, they're trying to be I hear it, serialpreneur, especially in the coaching space. Most serialpreneurs that I know are broke. Now, you may disagree and you may know someone, but hopefully they started in one place and they start doing other things, but really focusing on one area. Most in this content creation and the brand must match everything. Mediocre many over here in coaching on everything. Now, let's take the extraordinary few with content as it relates. The extraordinary few, one has a powerful brand message. You know them by their messaging. Denise, you can come turn this off because it's going to beep here in a second. You know them by their messaging. You know them by the content that they share. You know them because they're all over social media from the top of the roof shouting what their brand message is. Everything about your brand should match. Is you talking and speaking to one audience on multiple platforms about one message. In turn, it helps you really create a brand that is making millions of dollars. And so you have a choice, whether you're going to be the mediocre mini and start looking at your logo and your colors and your website and all of that stuff, or you're going to be like the extraordinary few and understand your brand message is more important than the colors that represent your company. Your platforms that you're on, they have one message and one message only. This is how you stand out from all the other coaches, speakers, and thought leaders out there, is having such a powerful brand message. So again, you decide, are you going to be the mediocre mini? Or are you going to be a part of the extraordinary few?
Like and subscribe to Dr. Sonia TV.